palace built on beauty and ceremony. Every pillar, every painting, every smile carefully crafted to be pleasing. But behind every smile there were knives. Gasps filled the air. Ministers shifted. Some turned pale. He stood before them not as an official, but as the lost prince returned. Now I return with truth. At his side, Mao Mao remained silent, clutching a small box. Inside, the hair of a dead woman, a poison trace, and the signature seal of a faked registry. His eyes, sharp as ever, were fixed on Minister Gao. She looked back at the empty throne where the fake Jin Shi had sat. She wished to protect you. Even in death, she chose silence over revealing herself. She would have wanted you to carry on as planned. But I don't want to be her martyr. I won't be a pawn in their game anymore. That is not what she wanted, Jin Shi. Look around you. This is what she died to protect. Do you see only puppets here? Look again. Do you see allies? Loyal allies who would follow you into any battle. Jin Shi followed Mao Mao's gaze. He saw officials whispering amongst themselves, exchanging uneasy glances, some openly wiping tears from their eyes. These people, Jin Shi whispered, realizing the truth of Mao Mao's words. The officials bowed their heads as Jin Shi approached them. He could feel the sincerity in their grief. These were not actors. They were mourning the loss of their beloved crown prince consort, a woman they respected and cared for deeply. They mourned her, but they also mourned the loss of Jin Shi, who they believed had also died. Now both were gone, leaving a void in their hearts. That was until Gao rose from his seat. He bowed to the emperor, then turned to leave. Jin Shi looked at them, a small smile touching his lips. Start by grieving, let the kingdom grieve. We will hold a funeral for the crown prince consort and for me. But after that, we will rise. We will find the one who orchestrated this and bring them to justice. But first, Jin Shi said, meeting Mao Mao's gaze, we must find the puppeteers. As the sun set, casting long shadows across the courtyard, Jin Shi and Mao Mao stood side by side, ready to face the darkness together. Their journey had just begun. Jin Shi called out, "Wait, you will not escape." But Gao only smiled faintly and continued on. Reaching the exit, he paused and turned back. "Your Highness," he said, amusement lacing his tone, "I never thought you enjoyed theatrics so much. But you put on quite the show today. Bravo." He gestured to the box on the table. "I trust that will be returned to its owner soon." Then he left. Jin Shi clenched his fists, his eyes blazing with anger. The emperor raised a hand, silencing him. He then dismissed the court, sending everyone away. Only Jin Shi and Mao Mao were left behind. Jin Shi's voice cut through the chamber. "This woman died in my stead. Her body was used to stage my death. And her killer walks these halls still." Eyes turned toward the far end of the room where Minister Gao sat, composed. He did not flinch. "Accusations without proof or noise," Gao said calmly. Mao Mao stepped forward. "Then listen closely." She opened the box, laid the sealed records beside it, displayed the poison test under imperial seal. "The hair holds arsenic. The same compound found in the tea that nearly killed Jin Shi." She stepped closer. "The registry shows a forged name. And the signature matches your scribe's hand." The room froze. Even the emperor leaned forward. "And the motive?" someone asked. Jin Shi answered, "Control. A puppet heir is easier than a free prince. But I was too silent for too long. Now I speak. And some of those knives were dipped in poison." Jin Shi entered the council hall, not today. In his usual silken robes, but clad in imperial white, edged with the phoenix sigil of the royal bloodline. "You buried me with lies," he began. Minister Gao's expression cracked, only slightly. But in this court, a crack was all it took. Outside the chamber, as bells tolled in the distance, Mao Mao whispered that was dangerous. "Truth always is," Jin Shi replied. "Do you think they'll punish him?" "No," Jin Shi said. "They'll do worse. They'll make him irrelevant. Because in this court, death was not the only execution. Sometimes silence was the cruelest end of all." Back in the hall, chaos had erupted. The emperor beckoned for silence. "Why didn't you tell me about this woman?" Jin Shi asked, turning to Mao Mao. One official, emboldened by the silent sorrow around them, dared to speak. "Crown Prince, how can we help?"